Davi was telling us yesterday that she has been struggling with sleep, only like 95% of the people in America, but hers is so bad that she decided, I got to do something about this, and went to a sleep study yesterday.
I've been bothering my husband, basically. Not to the point that he's like leaving the bedroom, but he started like recording the sounds I'm making. So like I'm chomping my teeth, I'm crunchy, and I'll start snoring for like little snores for like 30 seconds, and then I stop breathing for a little while, and then I like gasp.
And he's not putting a pillow over your head or anything.
No, he's not. Because I was like, I'm going to start filming. I was like, this is weird.
Before you went to this sleep study, I'm sure you and Blair have talked about this also, but do you have a recollection point where this started?
I've just had like TMJ issues for years, so I know I've been like chomping for a long time. I've never really been a good sleeper. I've always been a very light sleeper. Like I had insomnia as a child, so I would get in trouble all the time because they'd see my light still on at night, and they'd be like, "What are you doing? Are you smoking cigarettes?" I'm like, "I'm 8. Like, what the hell? I just can't sleep. You always think I'm doing something bad." So it's been like my whole life, and I finally decided to get real about my health in the last year, and I'm finding out all kinds of fun stuff like endometriosis and all these other things. So I'm like, okay, let's figure out what the nighttime, because you spend so much time sleeping.
It's so important,
and it's so
for your health.
Essential. I mean, listen to the new mom; she needs it.
Oh my
Like,
God,
we all need more of it. So, first off, I find out the sleep study's at a hospital. I'm stressed. I don't like that. Hospitals are nuts. There's so many buildings. Why are there so many buildings? And then the building numbers go 77, 105, 437, 1985. And like, you're like, what's the rhyme or reason behind this? Are there other buildings in between all these? Are they little trailers off somewhere that we got to walk to?
So you're getting all stressed out before you're supposed to lay down for your nap.
Yeah, so I get really stressed out when I find out it's at the hospital. So Blair's like, I'm going to drive you. And then they're like, you got to fill out these forms ahead of time digitally. And I'm like, perfect. And I did that. And then they called me and they're like, fill out the forms and then print them and bring them to us. And I'm like, you're not saving any trees with that, you jerks. So and then they're like, also get here 20 minutes early because you got to fill out more forms. I'm like, what the hell? So we get there, we're walking around forever, we're trying to find our building because we're supposed to be in building 77. Two nice ladies are like, oh, you're in suite 350? You're in the right place. Walk right in there. We walk right in there. It's the wrong place. We walk back out. We tell the nice ladies, and that I'm like, they're like, we don't know where you're supposed to go. Where is this place? And I'm like, the voicemail says the 5th floor. And they're like, oh yeah, there is a sleep study place up there. Oh yeah, you go up to elevators right there, go up to the 5th floor. So we're like, what the hell's going on? So I'm anxious. I'm like, why is this so complicated every time? It makes me feel so dumb. And no matter how early I leave, I'm always late, and I just want my nap. I've been waiting all day. I've been talking about this nap all day. I still haven't got the nap. It's like 2:30.
I literally turn into a cranky toddler when I don't get that nap, man. I'm a little bee.
Exactly. So at this point, Blair is with me, and he's like, I need a nap too, because we're both tired. We're both jet lagged. We both planned this out together. He's like, I need a nap. And I'm like, okay, you're napping with me. I'll nap better if you're there, so they better let you. So I start working out this story. I'm like, okay, he's my comfort human. I take him on flights and everything. He has a little vest. I just left it at home today. And I'm like, you're going to allow this man to cuddle me until I fall asleep, or I'm going to throw fits. I'm going to throw all kinds of tantrums.
You're going to choose violence at the sleep study?
At the sleep study. That Mo did say I need a massage. I should have got that done on vacation because I am just pent up. So we get to the 5th floor. Somebody walks us in. He looks very confused. He's like, what are you doing here? And he leads us into this room that has serious Best Western vibes. Like you were talking about how it's like a bed and a TV.
Yep.
So like there's a crappy canvas painting on the wall. The comforter looks like it was knit by a bed bug. Like it's sad curtains, mini fridge with like Waffle House leftovers in it probably. I don't even know. But we sit down and we're looking at that bed like, I'm a F this nap up. We're going to nap so hard. And we're just looking at that bed, licking our lips. And then the guy comes in and he's like, so the doctor wants to see you in his office. And that's in building 827.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I am so close to the bed. I'm so close. I'm here. So I said, no, you tell him to come to me. If he wants his money, he can come here. I'm not leaving. And they're like, what will it take for you to leave? And I was like, validate my parking. So at the very least,
That's a good negotiation.
I was like,
right?
I will not leave this place unless you save me $10. And they like go in a safe and they get out the parking validation like it's Willy Wonka's golden ticket. I'm like, are you kidding me?
You're just saving me $2. Is it? Does
No,
it need
it's
to be
10
10?
for an hour. It's stupid. So I agree to continue my journey because I just saved $10 on parking. They take me halfway
This
to building.
is like Lord of the Rings
It's-
of sleep
Seriously.
studies.
Yes, they take me halfway to building 827 and they wish me luck on my continued trek to Mordor. And I just want my nap. Like, I'm literally just there to nap and I'm paying for it. Like, I'm paying for this nap and I'm still not there. So I get to the doctor's office and it's an office with 2 chairs, awful fluorescent lighting, pictures of him hiking Machu Picchu on the wall. I'm like, I don't give a crap. How am I supposed to sleep here? And then they give me more forms to fill out, which are the same ones I did digitally. So I'm like, why am I doing this again? He comes in and he's like, let's talk about your sleep issues. Let's talk about sleep apnea and all these things and all these things. And I'm like, I already know all this stuff. We already talked about this. And then he's like, and I'm going to order you an at-home kit, blah, 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 blah. Like just all that. And I'm like, what? What? He's like, yeah, you're going to order an at-home kit. It'll get to your house in like 4 days. And then you take it. And then we're going to follow up in like 3 or 4 weeks.
So there's
and
no
I was
bed?
like,
There's no bed? There's no sleep
I
during the
don't
sleep
get
study?
my nap today.
Oh, my
I don't
God.
get my nap today. Right now. And they're like, no, we're going to give you a little wrist cuff. You're going to wear it at home. I'm like, I'm going to kill somebody. And he's like, okay. It got weird. But I was so mad.
So there was no sleep
There was no
study there.
sleep
There were
study.
no like electric things going into your head
I got
and your
in the
body.
room, and then they were like, "You're not supposed to be here. Your appointment's in a different building." And I was like, so freaking close. I should have just laid down.
Yeah, and refused to
Yeah.
get
I'm
up.
not
Yes.
leaving. You watch
Make
me.
them drag you out
watch
at that
me
point.
nap.
You
At
should
least I got
find an
free
attorney
parking.
and sue them for bait and switch
I'm
today.
so upset. It was the hugest waste of time. And then I was so angry afterwards, I couldn't take a nap. Like, I got home and I was just pissed and brooding on the couch for like hours.
The Bert Show.